I really wish that we talked about the connection between money and mindset like all of the time, because this comment right here, the question of like how much should I be investing, like it's kind of hard to stop just saving, like when do I kind of make that switch, comes up really often, and it totally has to do with your thought process. Let me explain. Obviously, we all agree that an emergency fund is essential. We need to have like capital, cash on hand to lean on in case something does come up. Now, with that said, it's about 3 to 6 months, maybe even more, depending on your income, how reliable it is. But once you kind of hit that mark, it does make sense to put more of your savings into investing. Like it's not capital savings, it's like retirement contributions. It's like investing in a brokerage account, for example. And yes, like technically you do have access to this money if you want it. Like you can sell the ETFs that you have and withdraw the money, but this is not going to be recommended because you'll have like a tax implication. And if it's in a retirement account like a Roth IRA, then you're also going to have the early withdrawal penalty fee. So that's why your emergency fund is going to be separate from your wealth accumulation. And when I'm working with clients and we get to this point where it's like, okay, this like X savings rate percentage that we've got, let's make sure that it pretty much is all invested. It's not so much capital savings anymore. There is a little bit of a hesitation. So we kind of go through this reframe. Think about your income as having different jobs, okay? As having a different role. So you have income that is meant to provide stability. By stability, I mean like it is able to fund your current life, your living expenses like your housing, your food, like etc. Those non-negotiables, even the joy. Like we are able to provide stability in our day-to-day life. Think about the income that you have, your dollars that go towards your savings, your cash savings, your emergency fund, as providing security. This is keeping you secure. It is keeping you safe. It is allowing you to be able to weather different storms if and when they happen. And then comes the super fun part where like, okay, now this income is meant to help you accumulate, is meant to help you grow, is meant to help you scale. So this scalability amount of money, that's what gets invested. And you have to think about it a little bit as like, okay, this amount of money, these, I don't know, $500 that I am trying to invest. I'm trying to wrap my mind around like, I'm investing these, I'm letting these go. And like, what if it goes down? Like all of those kinds of fears and anxiety that tend to come up. We go through the whole, okay, does it provide you? Do you need it in this moment to provide stability? Are your bills still going to be paid? Okay. Are you still even going to have money to have fun? Yes. Okay. Stability. Check. All right. Do we have security? Do you need those $500 to provide the security in an emergency fund right now? No, like I've done that. I have that. I have my 3 months worth. Okay, then should we be prioritizing these dollars as scalability dollars, as growth dollars, as like this can really help me accumulate. This could like grow into something significant. It's so important that we practice kind of talking through or even like kind of talking back to these anxieties, these fears that we have. Because if we allow fear to lead the way that we manage our money, we are going to miss out on significant opportunities. We are going to miss out on significant growth. And y'all know how much I love reflecting and like journaling through these kinds of thoughts, right? So, like, what is it that's making you feel like you need to keep going in terms of your emergency fund? Like, what is it that makes you feel like, I don't know, whatever, $15,000, $20,000, $10,000, whatever the number is, isn't enough? And what is enough? What would make you feel safe? Is there a number, or is this like a perpetual thing that's going on forever? And if you end up uncovering something like, I'm a little worried about job security because I'm feeling like layoffs are coming. Okay, well, then perhaps it is a good idea to increase your reserves as a just in case. Or maybe you're thinking, like, well, I was actually kind of thinking about like home ownership. Again, that makes sense to increase your capital. Like, make sure that whatever you're feeling, you can also identify and like root it in also fact and also logic. I'm not saying the emotions are invalid, but I want to make sure that we take the time to see the things as facts, to see the full picture. Spend some time reflecting, journaling around your mindset with money, because your mindset dictates the way that you manage it, dictates your habits, and your habits ultimately dictate your success when it comes to your overall financial health. And remember, we want our income to provide stability, security, and scalability. As always, for a one-on-one look at your financial picture and like really deep work in terms of understanding your money mindset and how we can kind of tweak those to build healthier habits, look at my 6-month package. It's called Build. 6 months, 6 sessions, 6 payments. And we take that time to basically change the way that you view money and make sure that you're on the road to success. Otherwise, follow along for more money tips.